Alright, so for today we're going to be trying to make LED ringed light or mirror light of some sort. I've got two different mirrors, so obviously one can just pick the size that you're wanting to work with. And this is the one we'll be using today. So this is going to be going in my bathroom. Yeah, nice big mirror. Just going to be building a frame for the back that we can put LED lighting around and making sure that it disperses correctly. And it's, yeah, pretty basic build. So yeah, let's get on with it and see how it goes. So the first part of what we're going to need to do is, as I mentioned, build the frame. So I'm going to use something as a jig that we can bend around a flat bar around. Just like this tire that I've got sitting here. Use this, and then that can be the base for the rest of the workings that we will move on to. Cool. So I'm just going to use this tire as the template, which I think it should do. It's a little bit small, but it always springs out a little bit with the metal when you bend it. And then I just got some flat bar. I think it's like 3mm by 25 or something. Yeah, 25. Let's just bend like this and hope for the best. Kind of in the middle. So I've got the basic kind of ring. What I will do now is cut and weld it up in the join, and then I can shape it afterwards. Basic. Definitely a little bit big. There you get an idea of the ring on the back of the mirror. I think I need a little bit more space, so I need to tighten up the ring a little bit just to get, maybe get it about there, give myself about 5 centimeters or so, just so that the light shines out and disperses better and I don't have like strong points around it. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, happy with that. Little top here. Nice round ring. It's fairly even. You won't actually see this. It's just the mounting and the lighting that will be on it. Next is to join it up. So I was going to weld the join, but I think what I might do is just use these self-tack metal screws. I think what I'm going to do is just give it a bit of a tack weld there and there, just so that it's extra strong. Cool, so just going to grind it to clean it off. Cool, so we got the ring done now, painted and ready to be fastened to the back of the mirror. So I just need to position this fairly centered. And I've got this piece of wood that I'm going to use as a piece to just go in here. This helps just to keep it a bit more round. So that'll be my main sort of surface area to get joined onto the back of the mirror. I've also got some skirting adhesive that I'll use. So I'll just use a couple different things to make sure that it's definitely stuck down correctly. Not going to fall off at some point. Mirror tape as well. So yeah, what I probably should do now though is just drill a hole, put 2 nails on, or not nails, screws into this so that the wood can be fastened onto the metal ring. And then yeah, I'll set it with these glues, let it dry overnight, and then I can move on to adding the LEDs and putting a hanging point and all those extra little bits that will come next. Cool, let's do the gluing. Popping the screws in. Finished. Maybe I don't have enough to put in there. So there's the back sort of spacer done, stuck on. I might still put a silicone seal just on the edging over there just to keep that closed, and then I'll probably paint that. Awesome, so we got the LED stripping that we're going to be using. I just got 3 meters, and you can normally either get in 5 meter packs or buy by the meter. But yeah, I needed 2.5, so I think we can stick it on. And then I also do know that for every meter of this, it is 9 watts of power. And then that means that if I use a 12 volt power supply with one amp, then that would only be 12 watts. So I need at least a 2 amp 12 volt power supply, and then that should cover the LED stripping. Yeah, let's stick it on and then maybe do some soldering and give it a power up. So it's super easy to cut this stuff. Along here you can just see there's different markings every like third, and you can just cut at any one of those points along the strip. That. So I've got these are quite cool because they're RGB LEDs, and you have 4 lines in, and then with mixing the different combinations of the colors you can make whatever you want, but I don't really need that in my bathroom. Solder. Switch. Just popping some solder onto the 2 wires that I'm going to join onto the LEDs. If you look over there, those 2 points need to have solder on them, and then the wires will go onto there. So you can see by looking on the side here, I'll show you in a bit, but you can see which is positive and negative, so I'll use brown for positive. So there you can see what I was talking about earlier. It tells you positive and negative, so you can just join onto each one of those little copper spots. So now I just need to make a hole so I can put the cable back through now that we are soldered on. So I'll do all the major sort of wiring in the space here. Yeah, so that's through there. I'll silicone this up later so that it's protected. Awesome. Gives you kind of feel a little bit on the white background wall that I've got. Yeah, so we're getting good light off there. Could even be slightly bright, but we'll go with it. So now that I've got the cable coming through, the LEDs are connected. I just want to put a little switch on the bottom if I ever want to be able to turn it off at the mirror. Also, just in case, because I might also connect this to an extractor, and that way I can still run the extractor and not have to have the LEDs on. So yeah, let's pop this in. Super simple. Switch in. I just need to connect that up. Yeah, so the switch is in. I've got that connected up. Just soldering this so that we'll just going to solder so we have good joins. Perfect. Yeah, happy with that. Okay, so I've got this power supply. I did actually buy a power supply more like this to use, but a very small one. But I'm going to use this one rather because it's closer to the amount needed. The other one would have had extra 10 watts, but I don't use that on something else. Whereas this is 24 watts, so it's perfect. So I only need 19. Yeah, so now I just need to connect up the correct sides. I did check on this. I know that the one with the line on it will be the positive, and the positive on this side is the brown. Let's connect it up. Cool, so I'm just soldering all the last wires. I did just paint this to give it a coating to seal from any moisture. So there's my line power, main power in, comes into the transformer. The transformer creates 240 to 12 volt. And then the 12 volt feeds into the LED stripping, where we've also got the switch, and that's basically it. Yeah, so just need to position this. I was going to try fit this into a gap in the wall, but I think I am just going to mirror tape it down rather. All of this will be tucked away and you won't actually see it, but just like there will be cool. Cool, so you can see that I've already gone ahead and I've wired in the power supply. And then I'm just going to simply rest this point on that screw that's up there, but it's all connected and ready to go. Yeah, so let's pop it up and then it's all done. Yeah, so I've got the switch underneath here that I can turn it off and on when I want to, because it is connected to a extractor, so I don't always need to have the light on, but just a nice extra. So that's that. Yeah, so a little final close-up. You can see, gives a nice texture as the lights reflect around the edge, quite a nice texture showing. Awesome, so I hope you've enjoyed this build. Please don't forget to share, like and subscribe and follow for more.